Welcome to a Recipe Reborn featuring your favorite foods from Final Fantasy XIV. Hello, my name is Lemon Drop, and I recreate dishes as close as I can to the in-game recipe, description, and thumbnail. If you're into 14 and food, please subscribe and click the bell for a new episode every Tuesday. Today I am making Pixie Apple Pies, which are basically apple hand pies. This is a very simple dessert to make at home because of frozen puff pastry, which is available in most grocery stores. I've made my own puff pastry in the past, but I'll be honest, my homemade version might taste just as good, but never turns out as good in terms of texture. So, to keep life simple, this is one of those things I leave to the pros. This recipe consists of 3 basic steps: preparing the apples, shaping the dough, and baking. Starting with peeling and coring, I'm preparing my apple to make a compote. I'm only making 2 pies today, but this recipe can easily be multiplied if you want to make a big batch. Check out the link in the description for times, temperatures, and measurements. I'm slicing the apple lengthwise and then widthwise to make evenly sized pieces. These stew together for about 15 minutes until most of the liquid has evaporated. The puff pastry I buy comes in a box of 2 sheets rolled in paper. I let it thaw on the counter for about an hour and then let it sit in the fridge until I'm ready to use it. Using a pastry cutter, I'm cutting it in half to make 2 pies, but a sharp knife will work too. Next, I'm sprinkling flour over the top of the dough so that I can remove the paper it was packed in. Here, I'm dividing the dough into thirds to prepare it for filling. This part of the dough will be excess after braiding, so I'm removing it ahead of time. One half of the apple compote goes into the middle. Again, with the pastry cutter, I'm cutting the flaps into strips. I start in the middle to divide in half, then quarters, then eighths. After folding in the top and bottom flaps, I'm ready to braid. I trim the last 2 flaps so that they don't stack too high and puff up taller than the rest of the pie. Using a brush, I'm dusting off the excess flour and then transferring to a baking sheet. Just before going into the oven, I'm brushing the pies with a beaten egg. These bake for about 15 minutes, and I always make sure to switch racks and rotate my pans so that they brown evenly. Don't they look heavenly? My house smells so good right now. There's not much to say about this. It's an apple pie hot pocket. What's not to like? It's flaky, buttery, sweet, and the hint of cinnamon is like a sprinkle of pixie dust that puts you under its spell. This is one of the easiest ways to make an impressive dessert, so I recommend giving it a try even if you're new to baking. For the full recipe and instructions, please check out the link to my website in the description below. As always, thank you for watching, and I will see you for a new episode next Tuesday.